Oh, I get it now. The psych profile knows I'm a completionist, so it's made my personal nightmare by not letting me freaking accomplish anything! Hello, RoahmMythril here once again, doing a bit of an updates and announcements video. We're going to be playing some Mega Man 9 Endless in the background, because I don't think I've actually done 9 Endless on the channel, and I'm kind of in a Mega Man mood, so let's do it. Now, sadly, I can't actually look at my previous records for the game to see how far I've gotten before. For some reason, they had it set to where even to see your own records in this game, you needed a net connection, and they shut down that feature of the Wii. Oh well. So first things first, my apologies for how long it's been taking me to get more videos together. Basically, the past couple of weeks have just been super busy on my end due to holiday preparations mainly. Lots of decorating and baking, that sort of thing. And of course I want to be a part of that, but it just means I haven't really had as much time to work on things as I would have liked. So, with that being said, the major announcement here is that Silent Hill Shattered Memories is going to be going on an extended hiatus. The long and the short of it is, I just don't really feel like I have the level of knowledge of this game that I really need to do as thorough a job of an LP as I really want to do. The problem with Shattered Memories is kind of threefold. The first issue is, it's the Silent Hill game that I had the least experience with overall. It's also the first one that, the first time I played the game, I went into it solo. I've never actually played Shattered Memories with my mum. Basically, when the game first came out, she was still super busy working as a live-in caretaker for her elderly aunt. She wasn't actually staying at home all that often during the time. Basically, when she did come home, she was worn out from all the housekeeping chores, all the healthcare jobs she had to do over there. So we just never really had the time to play the game together. As for my own part, when I started playing Shattered Memories, I was pretty sick at the time. I forget if it was a cold or a fever or what, I just remember I was pretty whacked out on medicine at the time, so I honestly do not remember a whole lot about my first playthrough of the game. All I remember is I did get the Love Lost ending and the Positive Encounter ending, just as I did with the LP. And I was getting ready to start a second run of the game. But I just never actually got around to it. I got distracted by other games, mainly. So, prior to this project, that was my sum total experience with Shattered Memories. I didn't think it would be a problem. How wrong I was. This kind of leads into the second problem, the fact that the game is super picky about what affects it as you're going through it. It's not very clear on what changes the psych profile, and even the in-game measurements of where your psych profile is supposed to be, they're not always that reliable. Some key examples I can give there. The entire time I was researching trying to get the Weak and the Wicked ending, everything in the game was pointing to where that was the ending I should have gotten. The Rorschachs chasing me were the atrophied variety. The outfit that Harry got for the second half of the game was the tan coat with the hood. The movie playing at the Toluca Mall Theater was Mother Dearest. And even in the sewer, the message that you get from Cheryl, mine was very clearly negative. Cheryl did not want me to find her. The message said, "Turn around, go away." So I mean, if even Cheryl turns against you, that's a bad sign, right? And yet, every time I got to the ending, it was the Love Lost ending again. So this made me start wondering, maybe there was something weird at play, like maybe on a New Game Plus it locks you into the first videotape ending you got. So, as an experiment, I did another run where I was focusing on Booze, trying to get the Drunk Dad ending. Throughout that playthrough, I should have been seeing diseased Rorschachs. They're the ones that are in line with the Drunk Dad ending. Instead, I was only seeing abstract Rorschachs, the one in line with the Love Lost ending yet again. The movie showing at the theater. It should have been Sweet Poison. Instead, the movie playing was Together Forever, also in line with the Love Lost ending. However, when I got to the ending, it was the Drunk Dad ending. The encounter ending I got, though, was kind of weird, because I was also trying to rack up fake index in order to try and get that encounter ending. but instead I got the one for being unfriendly, despite the fact that I thought I was being very friendly. So, it's like the more I try and figure out about this game, the more confusing it gets. I guess they give you that psych warning for a reason. This kind of leads into the third problem. The fact that the game wasn't all that well received amongst fans of Silent Hill. Now, where this becomes a problem for me is the fact that that means there's not really as much information about it. Not as much in the way of clear-cut walkthroughs. Like, for instance, even though some of the requirements for endings in Silent Hill 2 were more on the abstract side of what you had to do, like, for example, getting the in-water ending, you had to keep staring at Angela's knife, and there's not really anything clearly in the game that tells you need to do that. There's plenty of information on the game because it was a really good game, and fans of the series really love that one. Not quite so with Shattered Memories. I tried looking on sites like GameFAQs, Silent Hill Memories, Silent Hill Wiki, and I saw a lot of forum posts that were having the exact problem that I was. Saying, you know, I'm trying to get the Wicked and Weak ending, but I keep getting Love Lost. What am I doing wrong? The problem is, most of the answers you find on that, they're more anecdotal rather than factual. People just saying, well, this is what I did, and I got the Weak and the Wicked ending. Try this. And they give you a set of steps. The problem is, that set of steps is not always too complete. Like, it might cover some of the questions Dr. K asks, but then they'll say, the rest of the answers, they're inconsequential. And they're kinda not. Or they'll leave out things like, just other parts of how they're handling the playthrough. Like, are they looking at anything in particular? Are they ignoring things? Are they rushing? Are they taking their time? Because that, too, I've seen a lot of conflicting reports on what's good to do there. Even where they're more clear, they tend to contradict each other. Like, one set of steps will tell you to answer a question true, the other will tell you to answer it false. And I tried following every single one of those lists that I found, and every single time, I got Love Lost again. So in order to do as thorough a job of an LP as I want to do, I'm going to have to do a lot of research. I'm going to have to play through the game quite a few times on my own, and write down what it is I'm doing, to try and see if I can come up with a set of steps that I can easily and thoroughly replicate that will always give me the same results. And I'll have to try and do that in order to come up with the other runs that I need. So, in the meantime, I don't really want the channel to remain inactive. So what I'm going to be doing is, after I finish up this video, I'm going to unhook the Wii from the computer and set it up with my actual TV again, so that any time I want to do a practice run of Silent Hill Shattered Memories, I don't have to fight with hooking up the game bridge and setting up the sensor bar with my computer and all that stuff. I can just set it up with the TV, turn the channel over there, and give it a shot. Just boot up Notepad and write down what it is I'm doing, to see if I can come up with something more concrete. Now the thing is, I have no idea how long this research is going to take. It may well take a bit. So like I said, I don't want the channel to remain inactive during all this. So what I'm going to be doing is going back to work on Battle Network 4. Now, the next video in that series, it might still take a little bit. Because like I said, I'm busy with holiday stuff for one thing. Oh, I'm at a concrete shop. Wonderful. But yeah, like I said, I'm busy with a lot of holiday stuff right now, so I don't really have as much solid time to work on this as I'd like. And also, the next video I'm going to be doing for Battle Network 4 is going to be a slight bit of a chip grind of Destiny. So, it's going to take me a little while to get all the footage together for that. Bear in mind, I'm going to be going through the third playthrough of the game largely off camera, but I'll be recording things like getting the level 3 chips, all the records of what mystery data I found, and since people do seem to be interested in it, despite the fact that nothing will really change with it, I will show the path that the various tournaments took on my third playthrough. And of course I have to do this going through both of the games. So it will take a little while to get that up and running, but it is something that I feel like I can make more definitive progress with. I don't have to worry about finicky requirements and all that, which is definitely a good thing. So this is something I feel like I'm going to make more solid progress on it, and I can get things wrapped up pretty quickly here, because all we really have left to do on Battle Network 4 is go through the last two tournament scenarios that I haven't had yet, and then we can actually go into the completely new areas of Undernet 5 and Black Earth. And really, that's pretty much it. Once Battle Network 4 is done, I'm going to be moving on to just some shorter projects to hopefully have a more productive year next year than I did this year. I won't be sorry to see 2015 go, put it that way. It's been a thing of a year, that's for sure. Just all the stuff that was going wrong this year, the heat wave during summer without air conditioning, our internet completely dying during all of October. Yeah. It's been a troublesome year, to be sure. But the next major project after Battle Network 4 is probably going to be a 100% run of Metroid II Return of Samus for the Game Boy. I've had a lot of people suggest I instead do a fan recreation of it, but there's two things about that. First off is the fact that I don't think it's actually even done yet. Last I heard it was still in progress, it's still being worked on. So, it's not something I can fully LP at the moment anyway. But also, I do want to show the original game as it was intended to be played by the original creators. I think that's kind of an important thing, really. Now I may eventually visit the fan remake. From what I hear, it's supposed to be really good. So I will definitely give it a chance once it's done. But in the meantime, I do want to play the original version of the game. And so that's going to be a 100% run. It'll probably be a fairly quick project. Next thing after that is likely to be Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, another 100% run. Looking forward to more Dragon-y treasury action. I had a lot of fun with the original Spyro LP, so I'm looking forward to doing more there. Yes, more life energy, please. More of that. Also, if I can figure out exactly what I want to do with the cave segments, Pikmin 2 No Deaths, that might come up soon as well. Because the original Pikmin No Deaths LP, that was another one that I had a lot of fun with, and so I'd kind of like to work on the second one of those. I just have to figure out, like I said, what exactly I'm going to do about the cave segments. Because the original LP, I mean, it was easy to divide things, you know, one day, one video. So that was pretty simple. The cave segments kind of throw things off a little bit, though. But we'll come up with something for it. Also, I might put in some work in the background on the Mega Man 7 Fortress stages. I've actually been practicing Wily 1, and overall, I don't think it's going to be too terribly bad. Get down here. Made me take some extra hits. But yeah, overall, the main part with Wily 1 and Mega Man 7 that worries me, the base fight is kind of intense, but it's one of those that it feels more like memorization in a weird kind of way. Like, the pattern of Base's jumps, they never really seem to change, or his positioning. It's just where he fires, because he fires in relation to where you are. So it's a matter of being in the right place at the right time. And I've gotten decent at it. So it does feel very doable. But it's something that I'll likely work on in the background, because let's face it, we know Wily 4 is going to take a bloody long time. Not really looking forward to that one. And there's likely to be various surprise projects along the way. Just, you know, put it this way, I have a lot of plans to keep me going for a good long while. And I'm looking forward to working on more stuff. So, like I said, things might be a little slow in the coming weeks. It's why I usually try and take December off. Things just get very busy around here. But I'm hoping to get back to work on Battle Network 4 soon. And with that, I think that pretty much covers everything I really wanted to talk about here. So with that, thank you very much for your patience and support in what I'm doing. I again apologize for what an inactive year it's been. You know, I knew it was going to be a slow year going in just because of the Battle Network project. What I didn't expect was for Shattered Memories to be as big of an issue as it's become. I honestly did not expect it to be such an involved project, but, you know, best laid plans of man and dragon, apparently. It's just how it works out sometimes. So hopefully better days ahead, hopefully more fun projects in the coming year. And so, I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well, and fish to the face. And, well, for those who were wondering how much further I made it, not much. Eventual cause of death, mistiming a jump and landing on death spikes. So, yeah. It's not flashing new record at me, so I must have made it further than this previously. Oh well, still a decent run. So with that, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.